Gold, real money, the wealth of kings and countries. Entire civilizations have been built on it. Gold is the oldest money in the world, and for thousands of years it has been sought after for wealth and economic protection. Today's video will be the first in my new series, Stacking Gold Coins for Wealth Retention. In this series, I'll discuss the many reasons and advantages of stacking physical gold, that is, real wealth that you can hold in your hands. Today's featured topic will be 3 great reasons to own physical gold and why it might be a good idea for you to own some too. Hey YouTube, and welcome back. Today's video is all about physical gold, and the first video in what will be a long-running series on the advantages and many reasons to consider buying and holding physical gold as a means of wealth retention. In this series, we'll talk the market, we'll unbox physical gold coins and bars, we'll also discuss the types of coins or bars that I believe to be the best options for wealth retention in 2020. We'll go from buying to selling, reviews, storage, we'll cover it all. It's important to note, however, that I buy and hold physical gold as a means of wealth preservation and not so much as an investment. I have no intention of selling these coins when they reach a certain valuation, for instance. I'm stacking to build generational wealth outside of the financial system. If you were watching this video today, then you're likely aware that gold has been on a bull run now for quite some time. It wasn't just this pandemic that has sent the value of gold higher, but namely the massive federal spending and the constant devaluation of the dollar, the yen, the pound, the euro, all of the world's fiat currencies. This endless raising of the debt ceiling, our new wars, our new trade wars, has generated a lot of fear in the market, as well as a massive bubble that developed in the equity stock market. So now here are my top 3 reasons for buying and holding physical gold. There are many reasons to hold physical gold, but these are the 3 top ones for me. And first, on top of the list is the fact that gold is physical and therefore tangible. It is something that you can hold. It's real money. It's real wealth. There is only so much of it in this world, and trust me, it cannot be mined with a computer algorithm. Gold is not a debt-backed promissory note or an IOU. It isn't a fiat currency like the dollar or the pound that could be toilet paper in a couple of months for all we know. Heck, toilet paper is probably worth more than that. Fiat has always failed in every civilization, and even during our lifetime, we have seen the demise of many national currencies. Just take a look at Europe or the former Soviet Union. Fiat has and will be replaced by the next fiat currency, whether that is paper or some digital currency in the future. But honestly, none of that will ever be gold, and gold will always be gold. This half-ounce American Gold Eagle I hold here in my hands today will be a half-ounce Gold Eagle in 10, 20, or even 100 years and beyond. It'll be here when the dollar eventually fails and the dollar is replaced by some new medium of exchange, whether paper or digital. Gold, it's small and portable, and actually it's quite easy to store. You can put it in your pocket. You can throw it in a coin capsule, for instance, and roll that coin and coin capsule up in that sock and then toss that gold toe sock, pun intended, in an old Nike box with other rolled up socks. Of course, there is also the more traditional ways, such as storing your gold in a safe at home. While there is the option to store your gold in a bank's safety deposit box, if that is what you are considering, then I think you are missing the major point of owning physical gold in the first place, and that is for economic protection outside of the financial system. If you are buying gold like me for wealth retention and economic protection, are you going to trust that the banks are just going to hand that over to you when all hell breaks loose? Here in the United States, they actually tried to stop people before from pulling gold out of their safety deposit boxes. I think it's time we learn from history. Also, I'd like to ask, how many of your bank lobbies are open today? Can you just stroll right into your bank and retrieve your gold right now if you wanted to, during a curfew, when they are closed? I can tell you that here in Central Florida, the banks are not open to enter at all. Drive-throughs and drive-up ATMs are the only way to go. What are you going to do if you lose your job? What are you going to do when the dollar is hyperinflated and the market is in turmoil? We're talking free fall mode here, and you can't get cash if cash is still worth the numbers printed on it at that time. I'd say good luck accessing your employee-sponsored 401k as well when you need cash during a maelstrom, like the one we're in now. Or good luck finding an ATM with cash in it once the banks declare an emergency during the peak of an SHTF situation. Now, I'm not truly a doomsday sayer. We are in an actual SHTF situation as I film this video, and physical gold and silver are indeed very hard to find. I wonder why that is. I believe the world will emerge from this pandemic stronger than it was before. I do believe that it will be a slow recovery. A virus is a nasty little enemy. It's so small and transmissible, and it loves the cold weather. We have hemispheres in this world, and while it is warming in the northern hemisphere, it is getting colder in the southern. I have to think, what does next flu season have in store for Asia? What mutation awaits us? Are we going to be up against COVID-20 next year? Only time will tell, but rest assured that no matter the crisis, physical gold will protect your wealth and help you through the hard times. So back to the number one reason to purchase and hold physical gold, and that is that gold is tangible. It's real, and you can hold it for economic protection. Physical gold is actually yours, and you can sell it for cash if and when you need to, whether the banks are open or closed. No matter what happens to the value of your individual retirement account or IRA or your employment status, your physical gold will be there for you when you need it. Gold is great protection during a declining stock market and typically increases in value as equities like stocks decline on fear. With so few pensions today and so many people's retirements tied to their employer-sponsored 401ks, I don't know about you guys, but I don't trust everyone. I don't trust the markets, and I definitely do not fully trust the government. For that matter, I would never suggest to put all of your eggs in one basket, whether it be gold or a 401k. How many Americans in their early to mid-60s just had their retirement extended by a couple of years due to the sell-off in the markets? Now, think what situation they would be in right now had they just put a little gold away each month, each quarter, each year. Diversification is always a good idea, but especially when the value of your primary assets are in steady decline or steep decline, like the stock market. You can't even access them during that time. That won't be a problem with your physical gold. So second, which feeds off the first, is the limit of counterparty risk and the privacy that is, accompanying you with buying and holding gold. There is no contract. There's no redemption period for your physical gold. Your physical gold does not expire. There's no margin call. There's no calls or puts. There's no property tax or filings. Heck, even if it catches fire, it's just going to melt down. How do you think they form these coins? Remelt it, shape it again. You don't have to have an account open for 2 months. You don't have to hold a minimum account balance to redeem or retrieve your physical gold from your sock if you need it. There's no storage fees, unless, of course, you consider the rent you pay or your mortgage as a storage fee, or the cost of a safe and bolting it down. Now, once gold is in your hands, you own it. You've eliminated the risk of default on an asset you do not hold. And you've also eliminated your reliance on someone else's promises for them to deliver during your time of need. So now let's talk ownership. I live in the United States of America. That's pretty evident by now. I am also a proud veteran of our nation's national defense, and I do love my country dearly. But what in this wonderful country of mine do I actually own? And if I own it, whose permission did I have to ask? What did I need to do? What fee did I have to pay? Or what did I have to register in order to own it? Do you really own the stocks in your 401k? Who really owns them? Do you really own the home or the land that you live on? Do you have to pay property taxes on that home or land? Is there a mortgage tied to it? Do you need to pull a permit and pay a fee if you want to pressure wash your driveway or build a shed in your backyard? Come on, how private is your wealth? Your checking account, your savings account, your IRAs and 401ks, all that stuff is on a network, it's all in the cloud, and it's all reportable to the government. Everything, every transaction, it all generates statements. And that information, like your purchasing habits and locations, is recordable. Every time you use that smartphone you're looking at right now, you're leaving a digital footprint. We're all tied into this matrix, whether we want to believe it or not. I want to ask you a question, and that is, how do you think the government is going to give you a stimulus check if you're in the United States? You got to be in the system. You got to file your taxes. Gold, at least, most of it that is outside of the system, the physical kind. So, what's the third reason and advantage of buying and holding physical gold? Well, that's simple. Gold is easy. Yes, that's true. Gold is easy. Buying it, holding it, and even selling gold is easy. Now, you don't need to read and understand an earnings report. You don't have to know what a PE or PEG ratio is. There's no future earnings estimates. There's no balance sheets, no charts to follow, no RSI, MACD, and you don't need an MBA or a Wall Street education to understand buying physical gold. There's no contracts, nor are there requirements to deal with crappy tenants that don't pay rent. You simply go online, you find what you like, you buy it. Or, better yet, call up your local coin shop or bullion dealer, grab some cash, head up there, and you'll probably get a better deal. Now, it's not as easy as hitting the mouse to buy and sell completely, but the added inconvenience is actually due to the very nature of holding gold in the first place. It's outside of the financial system. That is, to hold it as a measure of wealth preservation and protection, regardless of what goes on in the world, in the financial markets. Because gold is tangible, you will need to find a buyer to sell, but you don't need to, learn a new language to start buying and holding gold. I suggest you just give your local coin shop or bullion dealer a call, and they'll have cash for you when it comes time to sell for whatever reasons you may have to do so. So there you go. 3 big reasons that I think are good reasons to hold physical gold. It's real money. It's tangible. You hold it. It's outside of the financial system. It's discreet. It won't go to zero. There is no counterparty risk once you hold it. No contracts, no tenants, no ratios or formulas to calculate or applications to buy it. Gold is real, gold is discreet, and building wealth with gold is also easy. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, YouTube, and all decisions are yours and yours alone. If these days we are experiencing now are not solid enough evidence of why having and holding physical gold is a good idea, however, well, then I don't think I can paint a much better picture for you. Just stay tuned, just watch, and see what happens over these next months and years. You'll likely look back at $1,700 spot price and go, wow, gold was cheap. Remember, physical gold is real money. It is the oldest money. It was around thousands of years ago, and it'll be around in 1,000 years and more. Gold is money you hold, money that protects your wealth from the government, money that protects your wealth from mismanagement of the economy, from pandemics and wars and oil wars and financial bubbles and housing collapses and Great Depressions. Gold is money. It's small, portable, and discreet. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching this video today, and if you like this video, please do consider hitting the like button and subscribing to this channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you're all healthy and staying safe out there, and I do look forward to our next discussion together. Until next time, everybody, have a great day.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel.